day. Throw your stones the river. Like me it drifts away. I would watch you stare. I would watch you stare. Oh, but there's no one there. We can figure this out. Put your feet down. We are the lucky ones. Swallow your choice, it's done. Terrified of what's left.
Hey guys, Shane here, Flight Simmer. Welcome to another episode of Test Drive. Today we're in rainy Sedona and we're going to take this King Air 350i from Carenado for a bit of a test drive from Sedona all the way up to Telluride. So we're just going to take a squiz and I'll show you guys around the outside of the Carenado HD King Air 350. The reason why we test driving the King Air 350 today, because one is it is a very cool plane or turboprop. This is pretty much the peak before you would get into civil jets. But Carenado, as usual, outside have done a great rendition of the aircraft. I think their textures are 4096 x 4096, so they look pretty good, especially on a 4K. The King Air was put into active service, started off in the military first for the first couple of years in 1972, I believe, and then was released into the civilian service in 1974. It has adopted many uses, including the Royal Australian Air Force and also the Royal Flying Doctors Service of Australia. So it has a bit of Australian pride, so to speak. But as usual, Carenado's done a great job with some stone chips on the front there and a few bumps and scratches. The gearing in a very nice form, but look at those two engines there, each Pratt and Whitney engines with 854 horsepower each, and you can really feel it when you're flying along. The package also comes with 5 HD liveries. This obviously, the one I've done this video on, would have to be my favourite, showing the black and the red, a bit of gold on the end. It looks very, very nice. And also 1 HD blank livery if you want to custom make your own liveries. Always loved the underneath wing views with added touches, the bit of the dirt there on the end of the ailerons. 6,500 plus King Airs have been manufactured and delivered to around 94 plus countries around the world for many different uses in military and civil. So a few of these guys are getting around. This would have to be my favorite aspect or feature of the aircraft, which is the tail. Have a look at that. Now, if you've got some spare cash lying around, and if you want to buy a brand new one and you don't do second hand, $7 million. And if you want to pick up a second hand one, I've found a 2011 model for sale for $3,995,000. Let's take it for a spin, eh? So everything is set and ready to go. The flight plan's in, the aircraft is prepped and we're just beginning our taxi. I've got some aircrafts on the left hand side of me, so as we're turning left, we'll make sure we give them some space because it's a very nice and cozy down at Sedona. Weather for the flight is not looking very good for departure, and about half the cruise it is gusting, and I'm expecting to have at least medium turbulence, but we're turning left onto the taxiway. There's a bit of cloud around, so I'm expecting to have some cloud cover probably about 500 feet off the runway. But getting back to the aircraft, it is obviously quite responsive for a turboprop. You always have that lag, but finding taxi, it doesn't drift off to the left or to the right. You pretty much point it where you need to go. The only thing you need to worry about is making sure you're not over speeding when you're taxiing, because it does get away from you a little bit. So this is a test drive flight. It won't be a full procedural flight, so we won't be doing a run-up to save on time for the video, but shortly we'll get everything prepped and we'll take off. Alrighty, so we are set and prepped and ready for takeoff. We've got the wing view up there, and I'll be a little bit quiet now so you can hear the King Air as we take off, and talk to you soon.
Bank angle.
And looks like we're going to be in for a bit of fun. As I thought before we took off, we're going to be in for some turbulence, and we are definitely in for that. We are bouncing around all over the place. Apologies for the wing view on replay. Actve Sky decided to put clouds a lot lower than what they were, but the King Air is performing like a true champion. We're just coming up through the clouds, so we'll come back to you soon. And we're just pulling through the clouds, and it's still gusting, but have a look at that view. King Air struggling to keep the right angle for our left turn. We're just starting to come out of it now. But we'll quickly jump out and give you an outside view as we depart Sedona.
What's there left to say? Throw your stones the river. Like me, it drifts away. I would watch you stare. I would watch you stare. Oh, but there's no one there. We can figure this out.
Welcome back to the flight sim deck. We're at our cruising altitude of 22,000 feet, and it is like a roller coaster. So we have run out of sick bags. I really hope you guys brought some yourself. We're going to do a bit of a cockpit and cabin walkthrough, so you may need them because I can't guarantee it's going to be a smooth flight. But let's jump in and check out the inside of the... So let's take a look at the cockpit. So on the left hand side we've got the fuel controls, we've got boost pumps and quantity and whatnot, and coming onto the head display, and that's where a lot of the features that Carenado have actually pumped into the 350i is all in the display. So it's got the ProLine 21 system featuring two navigation modes of VNav and NNav, flight planning creation based on real procedures, weather radar screen, situation awareness, traffic, set different types of altitude for different waypoints with the VNav, and Navigraph database, which is cycle 1310. Loads of departure procedures, loads of arrivals, so SIDS and stars, and loads of approaches, RNAV, ILS, and VOR, and etc. So taking a look at the FMS, and I've just put in a really basic flight plan for today. And moving on to the throttles there, and you can see the trim wheel is working like a champion, but Carenado have really done the cockpit to a high standard. We move to the overhead display. There's not really much there. We'll turn the lights on, have a bit of a squeeze. Pretty simple, really. Oh, let's have a look at the wipers, as everybody loves wipers. It's not raining, so we better shut them off. So we've been saying all that. Obviously, this is a fairly new plane. So Carenado have done a great job of making sure the cockpit looks new. As you can see, we can open and close the door, so when the pilots want to have some privacy, we can actually do that, or when the passengers want to party and have some privacy. So we'll just open up the doors and look at that. That is the life. If you like, whoop. So if you're looking for the tanned and elegant look, you've come to the right place. So we've got a nice wood grain veneer and tan seats, and everything is done really well to a high quality standard. Not sure what actually happened with the windows there. It's a bit odd. Maybe I pressed something. No. Don't know. Carenado have really kept this re-edition of the 350i in good nick, and that's what I like when I want to see a cabin. And there we go, got the fold out tables. One really cool thing on some of the Carenado aircraft, when you actually do the fold out tables, it flips out like lightning. This one's a little bit slower, so you can see it. Yeah, that suits a lot better. As we walk through the first lot of seats, just trying to double click to see if I actually did something to the windows, and I don't think I did. So this is a 9-seater, I believe, for passengers. Looking for clickables, it's pretty much all standard stuff. Carpet is in good nick. You've got some sat phones there. That is the life for sure. Don't think I'll be drinking too much on this flight though. We are still rattling around as we make our way back through the end of the cabin. The thing that I like the most on these executive aircrafts is, obviously we've got a lovely looking door there. Could have done a little bit more high res on the carpet lining there, but that is the throne, so normally you could flick that up and go to the toilet. And enough room in there for your luggage as we're going Telluride to go skiing. So that's the inside of the cabin and the cockpit. Let's jump out to a montage and have a look at the outside of the 350i.
Time when we never let go, never let go. Ooh, we never let go.
Welcome back to the cockpit, guys. We're pretty much at top of descent and we're preparing the King Air for descent into Telluride. Hopefully you enjoyed that montage there. The 350i looks excellent in the air, and it's very, very bumpy, but the weather has smoothed out a little bit, so should be interesting. Hopefully you guys are still feeling okay on the trip, and let's start getting ready for approach. So we are on a final approach to Telluride. How good does the view look from the King Air 350? Yeah, I got the clouds sort of sweeping over the canyon in the background there, but I've got a bit of a crosswind. It's still a little bumpy, but not as much as when we took off from Sedona. But I'm going to leave you shortly, guys, so you can have a listen as we land into Telluride. So talk to you soon.
Four hundred, 300, 100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Wasn't too bad of a landing, probably a little bit slow on the speed as we approached, but the 350i handled it with ease, and found it was quite easy to trim up and quite easy to land at Telluride considering the weather. So that was a lot of fun. So let's check out the replay.
I'm throwing wishes in the well in hopes that you keep them for yourself, and know there was a time when we never let go, never let go. Ooh, we never let go. We can figure this out. Put your feet down.
Such a pretty place for the 350i to land, and it did it with ease. We're now in the land of the rich and famous with all these executive jets around, looking sensational. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If this is something that you actually enjoyed watching this video, you're welcome to watch another one on the bottom left. And if you've been watching some of the content and you haven't done it already, you're welcome to subscribe and hit the button on the top right. And again, thank you very much for watching. My name's OzFlightSimmer. Have an awesome day. Cheers.